Today, the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo came out, so I played it and I want to give you guys my first impressions of it and how I feel about the game going forward to the main game. I mean, because this is a demo and it's the first level of the main game, so here we go. So I said in my 2020 games video that I was really excited for this game. Even though I hadn't played Final Fantasy VII, the original, I was excited for this one because I was keen to see why people loved this game so much, and because it has some of the combat like 15, I was excited to play it and to see how it goes. And even if it was a turn-based game, I probably would have gotten it anyway because I've now gotten into JRPGs more. So I was curious to play this game no matter what. So I've played the demo, it came out today like I've said, so let's just get on to what I thought about it. So you start off this game as Cloud the mercenary who's just been hired to help this band of misfits, I'm going to call them, to take down this macro reactor that seems to be a very big issue to do with the world of Midgar, I believe. First things first, right off the bat, I love Cloud. He is a mercenary, and he only is a mercenary. He does not care about anything else apart from doing his job and getting paid, and that makes so much sense, and I love how cocky he is about it. They try and motivate him or tell him, oh, you could be a good guy, but he's like, I don't care, give me my money. Like I love him so much. So I love him already. In the level, you're mainly with Cloud, Barrett and Jesse. The banter between them three is really funny and really likable, especially Barrett and Cloud, because Barrett will always tell Cloud, hey, do you want to do something good for a change? And Cloud is like, I don't care, give me my money. So I feel like this game is going to be a lot of witty banter between the two of them. I really can't wait to see the jokes and the situations they end up in throughout the whole game, so that's already a plus. In terms of the gameplay, this is a little different than what I thought it would be, even though I've seen the gameplay trailers and the E3 demos and all that. I thought it was going to be more akin to a Final Fantasy 15, but I realized that it kind of is, but not necessarily fully. I don't know. You'll see what I'm saying in a second. Final Fantasy 15 is a lot of jumping, warping, essentially Kingdom Hearts style gameplay. Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't really a Kingdom Hearts clone per se. The only thing that's related to Kingdom Hearts is just smashing square instead of X to hit people, that's it. Other than that, it's really, like, how do I explain it? It's really boots to the ground in that you're just you're just on the ground. You're not jumping, you're not floaty, you're not doing all these aerial combos. You're just Cloud walking in the straight direction and beating up at enemies. And to be honest with you, I do like that in this type of game. This game seems like it's meant to be more linear, and it makes a lot of sense that Cloud is not too floaty and jumpy, and his gameplay is actually really cool because of it. Because you don't have all these jump evade mechanics, you only have a roll to evade or a block, you have to strategize a bit more when fighting enemies. And even though theoretically you could go through this demo and press square and heal yourself and you'll probably be fine, I found myself trying to try out different moves and different strategies in order to beat these enemies, and I didn't think a Final Fantasy game would make me want to do that. Usually, well, in 15 and Kingdom Hearts, I just mash the buttons, jump about and do some spells, that's it. This one gives you a lot more variety and a lot more strategy in the way you fight. For example, Cloud has two modes where he fights. One is called Operator Mode and one is called Punisher Mode. Operator Mode is just you walking around and, you know, being really fast and slashing left, right and center. But Punisher mode is a slower version of that, whereby you can't block spells, and I believe it was spells and projectiles, and if you get hit with melee, you can counter them and you do more powerful attacks. So during this demo, I found myself switching between operator, punisher, whichever whatever the time I had to fight an enemy, I would switch to Punisher, but when the enemy could come and attack me, I switched to Operator. The fact that you could switch between characters pretty quickly, that's reminiscent of Final Fantasy 15, I would say. But you have different playstyle modes compared to just, you know, mashing X and hitting things. Barrett is a gunner, so in certain circumstances you'd want to rather use a gunner than a melee, well, a sword attacking person, I don't know, an attacker. So you'd rather want to use a gunner than an attacker, and you find yourself switching into these two gameplays. So that already, with just Barrett and Cloud, shows me that there's a lot of variety in this game, and that's so cool. I didn't die right in this demo, but I found it a bit harder than I thought it would be, especially when you come to the final boss, because I was getting my ass beat for a while. But when I figured out how to beat him, then it started getting a little bit easier. But wowee, I've realized I may have to up my game in this one, or else I might die a couple times. Alright, so there's this staggering system whereby if you hit an enemy long enough, you can stop this enemy in the tracks, and they won't be able to attack you for a couple of seconds, and your attacks will do more damage. That is pretty cool. But I realized that I have to learn how to master that, because that that was useful in the final boss. Before then, I was just doing it on a whim, but then after the final boss, I started using that staggering a lot more, especially when I realized that I would get my ass beat if I don't. I feel like I'm going to be spamming the staggering a lot. So yeah, the music in this game is so wonderful. It's the old tunes reimagined, and they sound great, even though I've only heard a couple of songs from Final Fantasy VII. Like I said, I've not played the game, but hearing them reimagined, I can imagine the fans feeling so happy to hear that. I have to say that Square Enix, this game is beautiful. Honestly, like, it's so pretty, and the graphics are so nice, and I couldn't believe they ran that smoothly on my old ass PS4. So fair enough, you guys, you've already done a good job there. So far so good. I'm really excited for this game still, and I feel like the demo made the hype a lot more, because I feel like I'm going to be going on this really cool journey with awesome gameplay, and that's all I wanted from this game. And the characters are so funny and witty, and I can't wait to see how that develops. So please don't spoil Final Fantasy VII for me. That's pretty much it, really. I'm really hyped for this game. So what do you think about the demo to Final Fantasy VII Remake? Are you excited as I am? Let me know in the comment section. I am open to discussion. Please like and subscribe, and keep on following, I guess. And I'll see you soon. Alright, peace.